Hello everyone, this is Kathy from House of TOEFL coming to you with another video. Now, today I want to talk to you about ED endings. And you might be asking, why is this important to me? I'm a TOEFL student. I'm way above learning something so small about pronunciation. Actually, the reason I made this video is because errors with ED endings are so common amongst my TOEFL students. There are 3 different ways that native speakers pronounce ED endings. So today I want to review them, give you some examples in context, and then at the end I'm going to talk to you about the 2 most common mistakes that TOEFL students just like you make when you take the test. So first, let's take a look at this chart that I made. This chart has the 3 different ED endings. Let's start with the one where we add an extra syllable. We add an id sound. Now, we do that when the verb ends in a T or ends in a D. I will give you these examples and please feel free to repeat after me. Wanted, needed, pleaded, succeeded, treated, created, tempted, faded. Okay, so again, just remember that's when the verb ends in T or D. Then we have probably the most common sound that American speakers make when they end a verb. That's the T sound. We use the T sound when the verb ends in a P, a K, an F, a G, an H, an SH, a CH, an SS, a C, or an X. Let's go through these examples, and again, please repeat after me. Helped, hoped, looked, booked, sniffed, laughed, coughed, washed, crashed, kissed, passed, danced, fixed, mixed. Okay, and finally we have the soft D sound as in cleaned. This is just a soft D you say at the end of the verb. We use this sound when the verb ends in L, N, R, G, V, S, Z, B, or M. So repeat after me. Called, cleaned, offered, damaged, loved, lived, survived, used, amused, amazed, rubbed, claimed. Okay, now to say some sentences that I'm going to use from this board a verb and just repeat the sentence. I wanted help from my brother. She survived the plane crash. He kissed the princess. I booked a TOEFL exam. She succeeded on TOEFL. He offered his help. We danced all night. I looked at your scores. I lived in Paris. Okay, so as you can tell, there are 3 very different sounds. Now, what are the 2 biggest mistakes students make on the TOEFL? One is they don't make any sound at the end of a verb. So they'll say, the professor liked his students. And I say, oh, you mean liked. They say, oh, I made that sound, teacher, but if I didn't hear it, the ETS graders won't hear it. So the T sound is actually a very strong sound. It's booked. It's a strong sound, right? Hoped, helped. So make sure you say the strong sound because that's one mistake students make. The second one is a little more common, and that is students who use the extra syllable, the id, for every verb because they learn that first and they think that applies to every verb. So I have many students that will say, teacher, I looked at the board. I booked a test. Well, that sounds very strange to a native speaker. That's wrong pronunciation. So my goal today is just to introduce you to the basics. There are many more regular past tense verbs in the English language that we use, but these are some basic rules, and hopefully you got a few useful tips today. Okay, so again, I'm Kathy from House of TOEFL. Please subscribe to my channel. This is a really good time to subscribe because I'm making a lot of content, because like most of you, I'm at home these days. So go ahead and click that subscribe button to keep up to date on my latest content, and you can always visit my website, which is at www.houseoftofl.com. And as always, good luck on your TOEFL test.